girls, my name is Ashley, and on this channel I love to share all things homeschooling and books. Today is probably going to be a mixture as I film kind of a day in the life of a homeschooling family. So as you saw, I actually made time to do the self-education unit from Build Your Library, and that was fantastic. I also read some of Brave Learner by Julie Bogart, which I am slowly going through also. And then got myself cleaned up a little bit. I like to start a good Monday morning just putting myself together. I find that it just gets my mind into the right space. Luckily last night I set up for the day. I set up my planner all ready to go, and I set up my kids' planners. So for right now, my kids are getting themselves cleaned up and I'm kind of done. What I might do, I'm gonna make some more coffee. That is a must. I need some more coffee. And I need to move some laundry around, you know, all the fun stuff. And then I think when I am back, we will be starting. So my youngest and I do the stack of books together in the morning, and then we will start with writing, and by then my oldest will come in and join us for that. I will be back with that. All right, we are finally going to be starting. It is exactly 9 o'clock. So we are starting with a picture book. We are reading this beautiful book called A River, and then we're gonna do On This Day. I'm borrowing this from the library to see if we stick with it, because notoriously we don't stick with like the day-to-day kind of stuff. And then we're gonna read probably like 2 pages of this. Like I said in my September monthly wrap-up, we are not doing all of this. Right now we are doing the very beginning, which is I think Universe. So we're just going like 2 pages a day. That is what we are going to be starting with. All right, so we just finished. We did On This Day. That was really good. I highly recommend this book. This is A River by Mark Martin. Absolutely gorgeous book. Like every page is absolutely beautiful, so that was really cool. And then we read about nebula and telescopes, stars in the stars in the encyclopedia book. So now I am going to set up for writing. All right, so I have a writer's workshop that we're going to do. We're going to do a lesson on similes. So we're going to do a cute little mini lesson where they're going to create their own simile and draw a little illustration about it. And then we're going to talk more about similes. And I have a little worksheet that we'll do. So in your journals, you are going to write one of these and complete the sentence. And then you're going to draw a picture that goes with it. Just a cute little short picture. It's not going to take that much time, but this is going to be our little warm-up activity for similes. All right, so for right now, they have a worksheet that they're working on. So they are thinking of an object and either just writing the name of it or drawing a picture of it, then listing some descriptors about that object, and then creating a simile sentence. So that is how Writer's Workshop is going. All right, so while they continue, I have pulled out level 7 for Build Your Library. So I'm going to open it up to this week and get out what my 8th grader will need for today. So I have his copy. He'll do a map drill. So then when he is done with Writer's Workshop and puts all that away, then he can go off and start this. All right, and then I'm also going to be looking at the teacher's manual for Beowulf's grammar and seeing what I'm going to do here in a little bit with my 4th grader. Open it up, and this is what I have, so I'll show you. So I just cross out as we do it, and I have kind of planned out encircled groupings together because we only do it 1 day a week. So sometimes we will spend some extra time and kind of combine days and knock out a couple days at once, which looks like what we are doing today. So let me get those out and I'll show you. All right, so here we go. We have a pronouns worksheet. So we're going to replace the words in bold with pronouns. Pronoun case. So I think we're just going to read through this and then use the next worksheet for it. Let's pick apart Grace and Beowulf's sentences again. And then the last one for that pronoun case, we're going to cross out bold pronouns that are incorrect and replace them with correct pronouns. So quite a few worksheets, but they all go together, so that's what we'll do. But they are still finishing up writing. I have an alarm set, so when that goes off, they will put this writing exercise away. Hopefully they will be done, and then we will move on. Before my 4th grader gets to Beowulf, he will be doing handwriting, which is a nice independent subject for him to do. And I think, yeah, that's where we are. Okay, we are done with Beowulf. This all went great. Cute way to learn about using the correct pronouns, like if you're doing something with somebody else. That is done. Next week we will be doing our 2nd review. So I think he is totally ready for that. Now we are going to put this away and set up for math. So let me get that and I'll tell you what we're doing today. All right, so I have my teacher's guide for math. We are starting a new unit today. So we are doing lesson 5.1 and it is reviewing division facts. It told me I needed some counters and a die, so I got that. We are going to start with some memory work, so I'm going to keep it rolling while we do that. Cool? All right. What do we call the number to be divided?
Divisor. Dividend.
Dividend. What do we call the number we divide by?
Divisor.
What do we call the result when we divide two numbers?
Quotient.
What do we call an amount that is left over after division?
Remainder.
All right, new unit on division. Today we'll review the division facts and explore remainder patterns. So first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to play a tic-tac-toe game. So we will do that and I will be back. We played the game. It was cute, fun, short, sweet. So now we are going to continue on with the lesson. All right, so come sit. No, where are you going? All right, let's pretend some children are playing a game and they want to split into 2 equal teams. If 12 children divide into 2 equal teams, how many children are on each team?
6.
Okay, if 13 children divide into 2 equal teams, how many children are on on each team? Sorry.
6 remainder 1.
One leftover child. How do you think the children might handle having one person left?
Maybe can be on the bench or something.
Yeah, if somebody needs to take a break, then they can go in. Maybe one team will just have one extra player. Yeah. All right. What about if there's 14 kids?
7.
What patterns do you notice?
You have whole number, remainder number, whole number, remainder number.
Yeah, some have remainders and some don't, right? Now they want to split into 4 equal groups.
What?
I know. So 12 divided by 4, 13 divided by 4. What are the possible remainders? So if I divided a number by 10, what's the greatest possible remainder I could get?
9.
9.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because it's just 1 under the number you're
That it's divided by. So yeah, if I had 10 remaining, well, that's another group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. The remainder in a problem must always be less than the divisor. If you get a remainder that's greater than the divisor, you know you need to check your work. Short, sweet lesson today. Because now you're going to go practice this. You're going to complete these. Oh, there might be some remainders. 2 word problems. And then some review. You're going to subtract mixed numbers. You're going to take the expanded form and create the standard form. And then some more practicing multiplication. All right, so you can get your water and then come back and do it. You should be able to finish this before lunch. All right, I am in my room now. I'm still chugging some coffee. But I thought I would give an update of how our day is going. Let me take a sip. I'm in here folding some laundry. Okay, so overall, our day is going really well. My fourth grader is in his room right now doing his math practice and review. It was a nice, short, sweet lesson, just kind of reviewing division. My oldest has been working on Build Your Library, so he did the readings for Build Your Library for geography and caught up on that, did map of Europe, and then 2 videos for geography. One was a catch-up video, and it took a while. I think both were kind of around half an hour each. So that took almost an hour, but now he is moving on. He's done with all geography. His day isn't usually this long with just getting through geography for Build Your Library. But we are still playing a little bit of catch up from last week. He had a cold, and then we just didn't get enough done over the weekend. So he's still playing some catch up. So that's why he had like 2 videos for geography. I think he had done all the reading for it. Yeah, he is going to move on and do the reading for Watership Down. I said in my September wrap-up video that we have put down the novel of Watership Down, and we're doing the graphic novel, and already we are enjoying it so much better. It does just change it. You know, it's a literature book, so normally we do literature books together, but it's a graphic novel. So he reads whatever needs to be read, and then I go back and read it. And that's just how we're going to do it. So we are, what time are we? We are 11:05. So probably when my youngest is done with his math, we will move on and do our lunch break. If my oldest isn't hungry yet, I might encourage him to keep working just a little bit until he gets hungry for lunch. And then we tend to take a nice chunk of a break. Especially like I've been going since 6:30 this morning. So lunch is definitely my time to, I sit down, I catch up on some YouTube and some reading, and just kind of breathe for a second. And then we try to get back to schoolwork by 1:30 and continue our day. I think that is my school update. So yeah, I'll show you what I'm reading. So I have 2 books going right now. My first is my audiobook, and it is Apprentice to the Villain. I'm further than this. I don't think I updated it last night. Yeah, I think I don't have much left in this. Maybe an hour of audio, I think, maybe. It's not an epic fantasy book. It's not deep. It's more kind of silly and humorous. So I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I think I'm enjoying it. Like, there's a love interest, but it's not like instantly they're in love and that's it. Like, there's some more to it. So I'm enjoying it. It'll probably, I don't know, maybe like a 3.5. Just because I think that the author could have done just a little bit more summarizing from the first book of like, there's a lot of people in this book, and so you're like, oh wait, who was that person? So kind of that. And then I am physically reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Again, not a big serious book. It is a cozy romance book. And I think that people have been upset because it's a little heavier on the romance than the cozy. But I'm okay with it so far. I'm maybe a little over a third of the way through. So I'm hoping to sit down sometime today and get a nice chunk of this read and see how that goes. Because then I need to do some other videos. I have 2 book videos that I'm going to do this month. One being reading a 5-star prediction. So that'll be really cool. And then another being, I am going to go through all of my, or a chunk of my historical fiction. I'm going to read probably like a chapter out of each and see if it's something that I want to continue. I am not a huge historical fiction reader anymore, and especially World War II historical fiction. I am extremely burnt out on it, but I need to finish these books so that I can get to those videos. Alright, I guess that's my update. I probably be back after lunch. I'm really gonna like enjoy my downtime during lunch. Yeah, I need to buy some groceries too, so I might also do that while I'm sitting here, maybe watching some YouTube videos and order some groceries. I will be back this afternoon. It is after lunch. A little bit later than I was hoping to start up. It's about 2 o'clock. The light is awful behind me. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to move the camera somewhere. But my youngest was able to finish math before lunch, and then he just did a quick little fixing one number. So that is done, and he and I are about to start Build Your Library. So this is his last big thing of the day, and it will take us our afternoon chunk of time. Let's see what we're doing today. All right, history this week is really easy, and I think that this is actually a lot shorter than the book that we're supposed to be reading, so it might only take us like 2 days. We were supposed to read You Wouldn't Want to Be in the Great Fire of London. I couldn't get that, and so I got You Are There, London 1666. So still about the Great Fire. And then we are going to read The One and Only Ivan. We are going to be finishing it this week, so very exciting. And then he is reading What Was D-Day. He decided that he didn't want to read the book that was assigned, which is, what is it called? The 100 Dresses. He tried the first tab, didn't like it, and so decided to pick this up, and again, he'll be finishing it this week. Memory work, we are going to be going over some poems that we've been working on and just kind of reviewing them, and so we'll do that this week. We were supposed to finish this last week, but we still have one page that we need to read, and so we will do that today and catch up on that, and we will be finishing this. And then moving into A World in a Drop of Wonder, exploring with a microscope, so very cool. So because our history is really late, I think we'll be able to knock both of those science projects out today. That's it for my 4th grader. My 8th grader is still working on Build Your Library. Like I said, the videos took a while this morning, and we're still kind of playing a little bit of catch up. So hopefully he can finish out the rest of Build Your Library that he has to do pretty quickly. He did read Watership Down before lunch, so he's doing his reader right now. And then he has science and maybe poetry. So science and poetry left, and then he'll go into math. That is my latest update. It is the next day. To be fair, I did record a video last night, wrapping everything up, but I was very tired and looked a mess, and so I thought, you know what? I'm going to just film the ending of this in the morning when I look more put together and can form complete, semi-complete thoughts. Just I have a cup of coffee. So let's talk about yesterday. I think where I left you, we were getting some afternoon work done. My 4th grader and I were able to complete everything for Build Your Library, and it didn't take that long. It helps. This week for history, we're doing a separate book, so it's not as long. And then we caught up on science, so we finished that one science encyclopedia book, and we didn't do then technically Monday's work for it, but we'll do it today. So here is my son's planner. So we did our morning books, we did writing, we did handwriting, we did Beowulf's grammar, we did math, and then we finished Build Your Library, and so he was able to complete everything that needed to be done yesterday. And then my 8th grader, kind of once I gave that last clip where he was still doing Build Your Library, he lickety-split finished it. He moved on to math, and it was a great lesson. Denison has been so fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. And then, let's see. I have his planner, so let's look. All right, so he did writing. He did build your library. He did math. Oh, he did sentence diagramming, which I came back here to grade last night, and that didn't happen. So I am going to sit down right now and grade it, but he did the work. And then he did handwriting. So he too completed everything that needed to be done. I'm so proud that we got everything done. That just helps with the flow of the rest of the week. But I think this is where I'm going to leave this. I am going to set up for today, and we will continue on with our week. I have a lot of fun filming day in the life videos. This will probably be the only one that I'm doing for like this semester. So this coming spring, I will probably do another one just to kind of see what kind of progress we've made through the year and how our days have changed or stayed the same. I don't know. I like doing it. As always, if you like this or anything else that I post here on this channel, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I will be back for more soon.